to Lady Boss HR. I'm Victoria Brown. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've had an amazing week. I am going to talk to you about how to keep your customers happy and, most importantly, how you make money from that. I am really proud to have a 98% retention rate in my business. It's not by fluke. We've had to work incredibly hard to do so, and it's because we put the customers at the focal point of everything that we do. And I know that sounds really cliche, and how many businesses do you hear that say, oh, we're incredibly customer focused, and actually they're not. But what I think today I'd like to just say is what I find, and from my experience, has always been really important, is that a satisfied customer is just not enough. What I want to create and what I have created in my business is raving fans. So how do you do it? Well, what you have to do, one of my lessons would be that you've got to deliver 110% all of the time. And I mean all of the time. So not sometimes, not most of the time, all of the time. If you think about it, how hard is that? It's incredibly hard. Think about something that you've had, a customer experience. Has it always been good, or has it been a bit hit and miss? I know I can think of lots of things in my life that I've utilised, services that have been fantastic sometimes, all right other times, appalling, and that's not great. The company that always springs to mind for me here is Amazon. And I don't know if you've ever had to phone customer services or request a call, but it blows my mind. So if you haven't, just make up an excuse and contact the customer service section of Amazon. It's unbelievable. You put your number in, you press the button to say call me back, and literally within a second your phone starts to ring consistently every time. And that, to me, when the first time that happened to me in Amazon, I thought that is what I want to deliver to my clients. So the way in which we do that is about consistency. Consistency, consistency, consistency. It's so important because consistency actually creates credibility for you as a business owner. And it doesn't matter how big your business is, how small your business is. If you're thinking about your business right now, you haven't even set up, you need to create, and I'm sure if you've listened to some of my things before, you've heard me talk about world-class systems. So you've got to create that world-class system to ensure consistency. Because if you have got a business that does have an element of people in, and both of my businesses have people in, you are going to have human error. We're only human. We do make mistakes, but if you've got processes in place that are world class, you are going to ensure that you try and mitigate as much of that human error as possible and have that consistency with your customer service process. It's vital that you are super clear on what it is that either what your product is, what your service is. I know that might sound a really stupid thing for me to say, but it's not. And I'll give you an example of this. I have a HR consultancy service, and I've had that business now for 15 years. And being honest with you, when I first set that business up, I would deliver and agree that I could do everything. And that was okay because I thought, well, this is great because I'm a one-stop shop for all of their HR needs and I can do absolutely everything that they would possibly need. The challenge that you've got in that was that I don't think I was particularly clear on my identity. So if you don't know yourself exactly what it is you provide, then it's very difficult for you to deliver what the customer wants. So what I did early on was clearly define what my services were. And this brings me on to the next point, and that is to know what your customer wants. And that might sound, again, like a bit of a stupid lesson for me to say, but it is vitally important. And what I've learned which I'm proud that I've learned now, and I wish I would have known this, my younger self would have known, but sometimes it's actually better to turn the work away. So what I mean by that is I have clearly defined in my business exactly what my services are. We have clear products, we have clear services, we have clear packages. And sometimes it may be that somebody's asking for something that we consult and understand exactly what it is they're asking for, but actually we can't deliver that. And it's better from a credibility perspective for you to say, I'm really sorry, but I can't do that. Or like, I've got a piece of software. Great example there would be if somebody's asking if my software can make them a cup of tea, which believe you me, sometimes people do. I'm better to say, no, it doesn't. Maybe we're not for you. And it was the best lesson that I learned. Like I said, I should have learned it a long time before that, because what you end up doing is trying to deliver a service that maybe actually you're not equipped to do, and you end up with a dissatisfied customer. So my message would be, clearly define what your service is, or clearly define, like I do with my product, exactly what my product is, and understand, have a very good, meaningful consultation, or if you've got a product that's online, make sure that you're doing that market research and you understand what it is that your client wants, and then deliver what the client wants. And if you can't deliver what the client wants, then just let them know. I hope you found that session useful. As always, I really do appreciate your feedback. It's been absolutely fantastic so far. I've had so many lovely words, great feedback, and obviously some recommendations of what you'd like to hear and see in the future. Here are my details, my other social media channels. I do share content through them as well. It'd be great if you've got any comments, pop them in the box, or do send me a message. I will always respond to anybody and their questions, and I will see you next time. Thank you.